The program Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get the acting publicity secretary for the All People's Congress, where na CD Yaya Tunis. Now the program today they can look at the preparation where the party don't make ahead of the emergency national delegates conference. We go begin tomorrow na Makeni and it go end on Sunday. Usai then go adopt the new constitution where the party been put together. Well, if people can remember, just after the 2018 election, the All People's Congress APC party winner one pan the main opposition party in the country, but they get some issues among members them na the party who side them they ask for a constitutional review, who side some member them na the party wey been dey part of the national reformation movement, but they ask the party say let them pull the selection clause when a part of the 1995 constitution where the party be dey work with. This issue been there for some time among party member them, where we make the party been set up a committee, a 9-man committee, where for look inside the constitution, try for review after consultation with some party member them. Well, after this, the party been get some court case them outside the NRM, been carry the party na court, and then be tap the first national delegates conference, so then before all na put local. Well, after that, the party been in court for some time, and this being term, the court been give them order for peak term when them for meet na an emergency national delegates conference for adopt the new constitution. We make them been pick date them where na tomorrow na the 17th to the 19th of September. Well, now the studio one more time, one for welcome to the air Tunis. Good morning, Mr. Tunis, and welcome to the program.
Good morning again, Khadija.
All right, I don't give background to waiting bring una party usa una de so to listeners them. And for some time now, the APC party people don't dey some issues where they among una as member them na the party. Ahead of the emergency national delegates conference, before we can look at preparation, waiting go be your word of assurance to una member them, because as early as yesterday, rumor them be they go around social media say another somebody again from the party say it go court for stop the emergency conference before begin tomorrow.
Well, thank you very much, Khadija. I want first of all for let people understand say this conference we dey go part this emergency national delegates conference. Now a court ordered conference. Now the court now order we forgo this conference. Now the court now in give we the date where we for do the conference, the September 17th to the 19th. Now the court order we for do the conference on then dates then day. And before we even go now the conference, the court also order we for do certain things them. One, the court set up waiting we call the 21-man committee, we are the technical committee, we're responsible for plan and prepare the party leading to this convention we for start tomorrow. The court also asked the party for publish the draft constitution, the final draft, and make sure PPRC, where the supervise we get copy. The lawyer for the plaintiff, that are Alfred Peter Conte, we will they court with right now, for get copy. And we for also publish the copy in the National Secretariat as well as all of the regional offices at the country. The court also asked we for do elections. 5 delegates elections, now 132 constituencies, and 20 for APC National Youth League and the Women's Congress. The court also asked we for make the voter list of registered voters, of registered members that the party available to the PPRC. And they also asked we for ensure say on the 7th of September, we make the delegates list available to the PPRC, and on the 8th of September, we publish that list at the National Secretariat and possibly the regional offices. All of them things they also I don't talk about, we don't do them. And the only thing we don't left now for let we go, Makeni, and start the process of adopting the constitution as ordered by the court when at the 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Before una go Makeni, go finally you clarify certain issues them way maybe go don't cause doubts to the public or member the way they support the APC party. During the term where the 21-man committee where the party been set up for conduct the lower level election at constituency level for get the delegates them, videos wey been go viral be dey show some certain side them where plaba been comot and allegation been comot dey from people them wey they claim say they na delegates them. Then after that, we still say the 21-man committee na the report where they be go publish where they hold a press conference now on a party. They still not able hold all the elections them what they supposed for all the issue here gets anything for affect the emergency conference.
Like I stated earlier, the court order we for do elections now 132 constituencies. And the court give we specific timeline where we for do the elections then it tell we say we for complete the elections then they on or before the 31st of August. And so we be get just about 10 or 11 days for complete all the elections then they. Okay, so the party, when I in the court give the responsibility for conducting elections then they, under the supervision of the PPRC and the 21-man committee, they get presiding officers in all 132 constituencies. The 21-man committee be get representatives in most of them constituencies then they, as well as the PPRC. Now, all of the teams then go out for conduct elections. We start with the Western Rural on the 20th, Western Urban on the 21st, and then we head to the Northwest on the 23rd, the North on the 25th, the East on the 27th, and then the South on the 29th. We complete the elections of the Women's Congress the Youth League on the 30th and Women's Congress on the 31st. So we meet the deadline where the courts give it. Now, in the process of the conduct of elections, we get certain constituencies where we get disruptions, about 7 constituencies. In some of them constituencies, then the elections be done complete, then be there in the process of counting where people then go disrupt, and so they not be able for complete that process day. In some other constituencies, disruptions happen even before the voting started. But all of these, like I stated, these are court-ordered activities, and we were time-bound as a party. So now that means waiting we do, we put together we report, and we submit the report then the one way they supervise we win at the PPRC. Unfortunately, we not be get time for go again for do the elections then the dana one. And 2, we'll also not be get provision for rerun then elections then day. So because of the time lapse and the fact say provision not be there for that, we'll not be able for do rerun. But this now the assurance why they give the people of this country, especially members of the APC. No constituency no day we not get for be represented now this national delegates conference. Every constituency get delegates. So even where we're not able to complete their elections then they because of the disruptions. But those constituencies get delegates because you get categories of people within their constituencies then they win our automatic delegates. Will not be need for go through elections.
Right. So as you don't state say this not to the normal APC convention where una can get they come as a result of court order and you don't explain the elections them una don't all and the APC just like any other political party in a salon when then you say them party within the support gets an event then you want for be part of them. So being that this na court order convention emergency one way una the all now all that same una don't confirm say get for be parts of this emergency conference.
Okay, this conference primarily there for the delegates. We na then you turn this forget the bite or forget the views and input into the constitution where a lot of other categories of people we don't see. They don't make their inputs, they don't make suggestions, submissions, they don't pull some things there, add some things there. Now the delegates then don't turn this for that. But also we get forget observers. We get for day, now that whole day for observe the process. We also get invited guests. We get for invite members of the diplomatic corps. We get for invite other political parties, including the ruling party. We get for invite the press, of course, for cover, especially the opening ceremony. And also we get, affiliate bodies, then we then self-constitute part of the delegates of the party. So then categories of people and they get for the day.
When I don't communicate this to our general membership, let them know, so not to the general membership, then they expect for the event.
We don't communicate this. We don't put out a press release. We don't meet also with the security sector for ensure say we get adequate security for avoid disruptions and unnecessary tension. We don't even go to the extent and put out a release for one all we membership and all then one we get interest for run for offices for any office including flag bearer positions that we don't want foresee any banner or t-shirts or any thing where they promote a particular individual for any position. This conference now strictly for the adoption of the Constitution as ordered by the court. And so we want for make them focus on that particular issue there. And we want for ensure, say, as we don't start so in unity, we go to Makeni in unity, and we want for ensure, say, we left Makeni in peace and unity. We want for send a clear message to the membership of the party and the people of this country that we as a party don't come together and we don't ready for move in a way where we not go miss for clinch State House in 2023. Our people need we for save this country from the bondage where they see and they go into day by day.
With all then preparation there, so and warning who that don't get to intending flag bearers them not for display any campaign material or anything where they portray their interest or try for canvas support from the people them. How many delegates them the party they expect na this emergency conference?
We expect close to 1,500 delegates from all across the country, from the diaspora, and from all of them categories of different bodies and organs of the party. So now that amount of people and they would expect as delegates. But of course, when you add the observers and the invited guests, especially for the opening day, we would expect close to 2,000 guests.
I know say you say una dey go strictly by the court order where they give una for just go and adopt the new constitution and una therefore come back to the court and try for see the way forward for get peace now in a party. But people and on the rumor around say the party go also look at outstanding membership issues them for certain set of people them way interested in coming back to the party.
I don't get the agenda with me right now. We get a committee where the 21-man committee and the PPRC they work on the agenda. But what here I go tell people at this forum is that the primary focus, as ordered by the court, now for will go adopt this constitution, and that the understanding, the agreement, the consensus among we all winner stakeholders of the party, for focus on the court for order for ensure say we not flout any part of that order day we go lead anybody or even the court for wholly in contempt of the court. So we try as much as we can for stay within that remit day and for focus on waiting the court ask we for do. Now that make I don't highlight for us all the stages we don't go through, all the things then within the court order will be required for do as a party we don't complete and on time as stated in the order. And also now they go into this conference. We just want everybody for stay calm. We are a political party. When we adopt this constitution, we dey at liberty. Once this constitution don't go into effect, we dey at liberty for address any issue where they bother the party. But let us focus on this more important thing at this particular moment, way na the adoption of the constitution.
As you dey talk to members dem for let them stay focused and allow the party for go and adopt this particular constitution, certain movements or groups dem they don dey within the APC. You get the NRM, you get the Big Six and other one dem. At this point, as you dey talk as of this morning, wetin you go, how you go define the status of dem group dem dey, and wetin are dem stands for support the party for go Makeni?
In the first place, make a categorically state say the people will constitute the membership of them groups then they, to a large extent, the one then we know, we would only see, these are members of the APC. So they're not to extra people. So make that clear for us. Then our members, yes, we all get opposing views, then get their own views then on certain issues. But these are members of the APC. That is one. And secondly, if you look at the press conference we'll get 2 or 3 days ago, you go find out, say, them people, they all been in at that press conference, and they make statements. And the 21-man committee where the court constitute, it also get them people and they represented. NRM get 2 representatives, Big Six get 2. The plaintiff, when Alfred Peter Conte get 4 people, the diaspora get 3, and then the party get 10 people, including the chairman of the party. So you find out, say, now we all they work together. And the decisions will they make, sometimes will they get meetings, will they get with views, will they iron out with views, will they argue out with views, but in the end, we always they get a consensus. And we come up with decisions who they give to the party for implement. And so, even in Makeni, you will see them people and they, by the conference, especially the opening ceremony, and you go see them go make statements.
Continue
for assure we membership say we are all together.
Continue for the between at the studio. CDI Tunis, acting publicity secretary for the APC. They are this morning they give listeners the update. The emergency national delegates conference go begin at Makeni Friday the 17th to the 19th as per court order. The program they continue.
And we will bring the program come to this Thursday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And Mabel Kaba. They come back to the studio guest. When at CDI Tunis, the acting national publicity secretary for the APC. They are this morning, they tell listeners them ahead of the emergency national delegates conference where they go get the 17th to the 19th where they start tomorrow at Makeni, waiting them party don't put in place and all that same go get for day they are this morning, they tell listeners them. And this convention way on the go, so although you don't state and clear say na by court order on the go, but traditionally the party can use on a convention for settle issues them we una don't get to a membership and also for doing them we go bring peace na on a party. But this one year so now waiting at the overall impact we go get taken into consideration on a go focus on adopting on a constitution and outstanding issues in the way member them na the party they get in terms of membership.
When you go back to the preview way Khadija gave before we start the program, you find out say a lot of people been concerned after the 2018 election. And the 9-man committee where the party formed for go around the country for ascertain why we be lost the presidential election, been come up with recommendations. And one of the recommendations have been the review of the constitution, because a lot of people have been get issues with certain clauses and provisions within the current constitution who they use when at the December 5, 1995 constitution. So waiting we feel say we go get out of this process where they go into Makeni. Now, first of all, for give confidence to, them people we been feel say we party not democratic enough for ensure say, for give them confidence say, yes, we don't get a constitution way more democratic, way more transparent, and we go ensure say a whole party members, especially the one with our office holders, accountable, for their offices them with them hold. And even the process of holding office, a more transparent and, competitive, it allow for internal democracy. And so this could give confidence to them people and to a wider party that we all get opportunity now for take part in the process, through electing the one way we want into offices. And even we get interest for run for certain offices, as long as we meet the requirements set out in the Constitution relating to our membership and how we stand with subscriptions and other things, we can run for offices. And if we feel we are liked and popular by the membership, then go vote we in.
Mr. Tunis, this your statement just lay premise for my next question what I want to ask you. Critique of the APC always don't they accuse una party say una not dey practice democracy because of certain things them or ways them how una be done they choose people them way for all position way then critique then they believe say na elective position. Now that una they try for get rid of the selection clause now na constitution, you think say the democracy way una critique them be done they say una not dey practice, una go begin practice am now una party now?
Khadija, I always to tell people and say one of the when you're not public servant or way you they serve people, you always get for try for let people understand the service way they render to them and now under which circumstances they do or which law or people first of all need for understand the current constitution way we they use now APC. Nowhere not the way really not democratic. Now so certain provisions then they within the constitution way allow for certain offices for the holders then for be selected, but to a large extent internal democracy really day into that constitution day. And waiting people also get for understand is in democracy you also get room for consultations and dialogues. Let's say if you get 5 people and they run for office and then dialogue among themselves and they agree and the 4 decide say then they step aside for the one, that don't mean say democracy no day. So we get for understanding things then day. But in any case, for ensure say we satisfy the membership and for give confidence to the membership and the nation as a whole, now that make we in leadership decide say, look, let us bring everybody on board. Let we sit down. Yes, people that don't raise issues with this constitution, let us sit down and look at them, all of us, and let we contribute to RAM and ensure say we get a document where at the end of the day not only go speak to we current situation as a party and as a country, but go also guide we for really speak to the democratic principles of the future. So this constitution where they go, it is not only to strengthen APC as a party, but for also guide APC for able to serve this nation better, for cater to the needs of the people of Sierra Leone. So that is really the essence and the goal we want for achieve. So I want for assure with membership and the people of this country that will come up with a document. We're not going to only speak to the APC, but we're going to make the APC effective and efficient way they in governance for serve the people of Sierra Leone.
All right, continue for the with the program. In case you just tune in, you listen to CDI at Tunis in the acting publicity secretary for the All People's Congress APC party. Earlier this morning, they talk about preparation ahead of the emergency national delegates conference. We go begin tomorrow na Makeni. Who said then they go adopt the new constitution where the party go work with.
Well, the program Good Morning Salon they continue and we continue with the issue we get for do with the APC emergency national delegates convention where they go all this weekend na Makeni. Where they go now na the police as standing they in charge for ensure say they maintain the peace, and earlier way CDA at Tunis be they talking self make mention say they don't ask the police for ensure say they provide security for them na Makeni so that they go come out the peaceful one. Well, as this conference go be September 17 to the 19, the party national delegates emergency conference na Makeni. The head of police media, ASP, Brema Kamara say the party together with PPRC don't put measures in place we go ensure say the law deal with anybody where they go cage go against the thing them where they don't put say the party for falla for sake of this emergency conference. Well, he explain more inside this interview with Musa Kamara for sake of the decision where they don't reach out for the one them we go get for Guna Makeni for the convention.
Anybody when a supporter or we they follow somebody or when a sympathizer or when a member self understand of the party, they know allow for make it carry banner where they display support for anybody or whatever, So now I want to, especially during the delegate conference. Then the other one they say no member not they allow for make you go take unauthorized photographs, or maybe you go take the portrait of one individual, you get display them. So no go allow for happen because I did do go and start. Somebody else go on for your candidate or for whoever elect as the case may be. And that one not for be inside the survey the conference the old or even the immediate environment outside the conference hall. No go allow for that happen. They also agree say no member or person not for no go allow for make you put on t-shirt where somebody face go there. Say for example, he put somebody in face the way we know say now somebody when a strong somebody within the party or now somebody we get intention for leadership within the party as the case may be. So no one that kind of group, this is support, this they support and they do what they come out. This one are just forgo adopt constitution, you not get anything for do it and now this person I pick on another person that pick. Then the other one they talk about if you not accredit you not get document for sure say for sure say if you be part of them. Will allow you for make you enter the place. So now we all come together and arrange the security arrangement because let's say for make sure that everything will be very peaceful.
You start off with the saying that now we all sit down together with the party, PPRC, and come up with the regulations there. So for CC peace depend the conference where the APC Delegates na Makeni. During the discussions there, so waiting them point at as indicators we make them come up with the resolutions there so and suggest something we want to endorse.
Well, the fact remains that the resolutions we will take now they're very much important. We no need for go discussions within the meeting, not to everything the public supposed to know, for the public domain.
You say you no need for go back to the meetings within the discourse. Okay, the resolutions come after recommendations or suggestions. Would that come up with them points here? Is it the police, PPRC, or the APC?
It's a tripartite meeting. So all three sides of the meeting agree to them, and we will job none for enforce them on the side of the police. It's a kind of tripartite agreement. Somebody must come up say, how do we do this one? And then if you say the best way for doing now, this way we go down way, go lead to any kind of thing.
The resolutions don't come. Now important, you see. So one of them now that for where somebody in polo or where all banner around the area where this meeting they take place. For people where they listen, the meeting they take place now Makeni. If somebody there, like for instance Makeni Clock Tower or now the roundabout where somebody in polo wearing banner they dance na street, is it against this press release?
The press release is very clear. It used two words. Talk about vicinity there and talk about precinct. Within the precinct of the side where the only meeting.
So maybe precincts go mean different to people. Makeni go be the vicinity.
I use the word venue of the conference. Venue of the conference. And the precinct that within that precinct, the immediate environment of that particular venue. And make I use the word vicinity as well. Use them there. But if you can't go na Kabbalah, you go East Banner.
So Makeni go be vicinity or go be the precinct according to the person the way he defined the immediate environs of the process. Is it forbidden for where I'm in Makeni that day, or is it closer or again range one I don't mention say this not the range where you for the off this center within the old listing before you put on this?
The context will determine. Every way they do get the context. The context will determine. You even the na panlap that would for na Kamakwe. If you do one day with banner or whatever, if you say get direct where they affect the two way they happen on that side where they get the conference, then we still tell you say we brother you move from this place. Which we fight for, not to one activity we get that day, so many other activities and day. So we're not gonna say that one activity, now that one place there for make the whole country they in problem. Together.
In a situation where somebody go against some of them things I don't mention, what will be the results?
I defaulter, and I know we tell you what to go do, but the fact remains we get a lot of power. Sometimes we tell you say you go leave here, left here, Sometimes we tell you, say, we'll keep you for somewhere. As a case, maybe it just depend on the situation. I make I say the context very, very important because not only way something happen, based on how you happen, sometimes it necessitate the type of action we go take. So let me just put say it will be the context will determine the kind of action where the police go take. But the fact of the matter is, if you're not possible law abiding, you're not somebody very peaceful. Just go by this one. I don't see any difference we make. Go to the hall. If you have something to do there, and I know you have something to do there, that make them call you for go there. Now make them they accredit you for go there. Just go do them quietly and move out. I mean, you yourself, you need your own peace. You need your own enjoyment. You need to move around freely. So let that one activity they will get na Makeni not create a situation whereby you just put in a free time in the kind way begin to say, hey, I get family na Makeni. I see something that happened.
Well, that's at the head of police media, ASP Brahma Kamara, been talking that interview with Musa Kamara for Sika. The decision where is say police together with the APC party and PPRC don't reach out as to waiting for happen for security purposes for Sika the emergency national delegates conference, and they don't make 4 points them clear. Also, they don't want supporters and sympathizers and members of the APC not for go against them point here for Sika distant conference. Well, CDA attorney still in at the studio, and we don't listen to the police head of police media, Brahma Kamara, we just explained that interview day, but the agreements we is say una don't get with the Salon police together with PPRC for Sika waiting go get for happen that the end. You back the statement earlier, people know for where any particular way they speak of somebody when an official we go for the conference this weekend. They not forget pictures of them people in there, for the near day with banner and all of that. So at this point, now waiting on they expect on a general membership for the because the police don't get a strong warning for the one them we go against the rules them when I don't agree for go by. Waiting on they expect membership.
We don't they engage with general membership on this. We want for ensure say we go under peacefully and commodate peacefully than I want. We also want for ensure say we membership as well as the people na Makeni safe and secured and protected as well. Let we not forget say in as much as government don't lift most of the restrictions, we still get coronavirus. And so we take the COVID measures into consideration also. And so we don't want to see jam-packed, crowd unnecessarily, I know merriment go there, but we want for ensure say it is civil, it is peaceful, and we get found as APC and left as APC. So we don't want all of them problems in there. And so we don't sit down with the police, PPRC like Media One clearly stated, and we don't get agreement as to how we get for police and ensure security around the place. We also get we own committees them who don't set up, and one such committee now the security committee. We go there around also for ensure say, they work well for make sure say the place safe. We not get forget marshals. The police don't tell we clearly. We not get forget marshals. The police get for be fully in charge of security of the whole 3 days we'll get for the Makeni up to the 10 where they left.
Una na the party hierarchy might don't need to the police and PPRC assure them of una full cooperation to the certain rules and regulations we don't give una as to how una for conduct una self during this emergency conference. But any way political party can deal with their activities them. We don't hear issues of violence, issues of thugs, they disrupt the activity them, and we can make police self can intervene. In this emergency conference where una they all, how sure you go tell listeners then say all the issues there so not get for happen, and una will control una supporter them for abide to the rules the way the police don't give una.
Khadija, situations, mostly disagreements, they always lead to chaos and tension and all them things. And now that make we as a party, then things that we will know say likely for confuse with members and for also bring unnecessary disagreements and tension among them. Now then things then they would try for avoid. Now that make Adon they emphasize now I say we want for make we membership understand that this emergency national delegates conference who they go par now only for adopt the constitution. We know they go for go elect somebody. We know they go for go elect executive. We know they go for go elect flag bearer. We know they go for go elect anybody. We only they go for go adopt the constitution. So as a party, we really don't need for make palaver among ourselves. We need for go and remain united. So far, we understand with membership. And that make we don't they send out them messages. They are the public education unit. Women are part of the committee we set up for educate the public and engage the media. We don't they emphasize on this. And we will continue for engage with membership. Even though they Makeni, and that make among ourselves, we get protocol officers, we get for DD, for identify the one we really supposed for the conference, and for also ensure say we keep with people and safe and secure and peaceful.
Quickly at this point, you go confidently say peace don't come now in a party.
I go say the peace don't start now with party. We get for now work together for strengthening that peace day and for continuing on with it, and to a large extent bring peace and unity in this country at large, because currently we know how divided we are as a nation, and it's getting worse and worse. So we as a party, we want to ensure we maintain peace and unity, bring we all together under one fold, and then we focus on redeeming our country. And I'll take this opportunity before I forget for really thank the PPRC, Political Parties Registration Commission, for the leadership and guidance where they don't give the party throughout this process here. So for ensure we not make mistakes and go against the court orders, and also the police. The professionalism we then show during the conduct of the elections they are so, and the assurances within the give also of policing and securing all of us as citizens. Now this we need in the security sector. We need to get confidence in we public institutions then as citizens for make we know say they're ready for serve we in a way where the law say they for serve we, and we hope say the police will continue in this manner for ensure say they guarantee everybody peace and security, and we ready for work with them during the conference and even after the conference.
All right, continue for the week in the program. CDI at Tunis, acting publicity secretary for the All People's Congress APC party. The day between at the studio, they tell we certain things they really don't put in place for the emergency national delegates conference where the Ola Makeni will start tomorrow and it go done Sunday.
The program Good Morning Salon, they continue. We look at other issues at the program, but quickly, apologies to the head of police media. You now Assistant Commissioner of Police instead of the ASP who have been earlier state. Apologies for that. Now ACP na a new position when Assistant Commissioner of Police. That's now you Assistant Commissioner of Police, Brema Kamara.
So they continue the program Good Morning Salon. We still get CDI at Tunis. When are the acting publicity secretary for the All People's Congress APC party. They tell listener them about the preparation ahead of the emergency national delegate conference where they go start tomorrow in Makeni and it go end on Sunday. Mr. Tunis, before we go back to waiting next after on a common Makeni, let we look at the court order where they begin to the party. Now that certain member them where we all executive position at the party not for participate at this particular conference, and one of them people and they the chairman and leader of una party and una self we all senior position them. So according to you now for go strictly by the court order, una way the courts no want for participate in this process. Usa exactly una get for day.
First of all, you get certain categories of offices where the court exempt, like you rightly stated. The chairman and leader, the deputy chairman and leader, as chairman and leader and deputy, the court no exclude them. NAC, all NAC members, the court exclude. The chairman and the deputy are members of NAC. So in the categories of NAC, they're excluded. But when it comes to the national executive, then as chairman and leader and deputy, because of the provisions in the constitution, we say they can be selected, that make the court not excluded. So they can participate as delegates if they want to, but then opt not for participate. So because of the fact, say, the people in within the lead, we win at the national executive, from the secretary general down, they exclude we all. So we all not get for participate as delegates. We go day now we they do the planning, the implementation, but we know they participate by the constitution itself as delegates.
So as per the court order,
As
and
per
they
the court order.
allowed for now day around it.
Oh yes, I mean we are office holders. Now we still they run the party. But because of the fact say somebody don't take we go court, they challenge the legitimacy of the executive. Now that make the judge where they do the order exempt or exclude then category of people, and they will likely for be affected by that lawsuit for letting not participate as delegate. Because when you're not to delegate, even if you did, you know they get any input into the deliberations. You not go talk, you not go discuss anything pertaining to the constitution. You not go vote if they get for vote by any issue na the constitution. You just dey no more as observer pretty much.
Quickly, one per una member we care the party na court we lead una also una dey so today when Alfred Peter Conte rumor don dey come back say he want for file another lawsuit. Una don hear that particular rumor dey?
Well, no, until we very busy with the planning of the convention. But this now waiting I go say. The court now order we forgo this convention. Alfred Peter Conte not in the country, yes, but he get representatives. He get 4 people now the 21-man committee, including the secretary of the committee. Now, person where they represent Alfred Peter Conte now the 21-man committee. So you get people we don't they represent and we don't they part of all the decisions we don't make. For go strictly by waiting the courts don't order we for do. So we don't focus really, like I stated earlier, not to we no more as a party, don't say with the go convention. We ask the court for this and the court grants we the variation with specific timelines and specific activities we will need for carry out. So we don't goal now for ensure say we not violate or will not flout any of the provisions then within Justice Fisher in orders we don't give it. Okay. So whatever issues they emanate outside, we not want for focus. We just want for ensure say at the end of the day, we not go be at fault. Say we not do this, we not do that as ordered by the court.
So when on a party plan for address the issue of membership we outstanding currently?
Membership na serious na continuous process. You can't have outstanding membership issue in a political party because the issue of membership clearly defined in the constitution. Waiting go make you member, how you go become a member, waiting you for pay for be a member, even where you don't left, how you go come back, all around it clearly stated. So this not to something where you go address one off. Now a continuous process. Now something where it go always continue for happen. If you go now with party office right now, it is always crowded. People where they go for go apply for be members, people where they come back for paid and subscriptions, people where they come back for renew or for change them cards and all them things then they would address every day. They one where they in dispute would they address them also every day. So people just need for be rest assured that these are things we will go continuously deal with as a party.
All right, Mr. Tunis, quickly, let we take few messages them where people don't send at the program. Maybe.
All right, we're going to the Facebook page. Usman Kamara, they say, please let the police be professional in Makeni when handling the issues that may arise. Let them don't use any deadly force or weapon to harm any of the APC supporters.
This one, they say, the Big Six is not a faction. We are not part of any court action, and we have been working alongside the party. We are a group of APCers that have come together in response to the call of the leadership and grassroots members for people to come together and work together to reduce tension and usher peaceful coexistence. We have our individual aspiration, yet we collaborate in sharing ideas for the peace, unity, and progress of the APC party. In the process, we have strengthened bonds of friendship and cooperation. We have always maintained open doors for interested party persons or aspirants to join us for the common good and the good of the party. The Comot from Honorable Ambassador Almami Pikoma.
Dauda Kumban at the Facebook page, he said the APC is inculcated with centralization. By this I mean all the past conventions are always held in Makeni. Why not Kenema, Kono, or Mayamba? They said charity begins at home, but I'm afraid.
This one from Charles Kanu on the issue of the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education's role play. He say a proactive move by the Minister of Education, especially at this time. We hope other ministries who are key in terms of delivering service to the people of Sierra Leone will copy this example. Well done, Dr. Senge.
All right, this other message we will look at. It says, Comrade City Tunis, please explain the court order again for the ordinary APC supporters to understand exactly what the order says.
All right. Well, from their messages, then they would come to studio to guests. We now see the Tunis for response to a few of the messages that we'll read. Mr. Tunis.
Again, I want for tell plenty thank you to the texters, and they one we really they follow up and we eager for see that we are united. I like the message we then send on Big Six on the fact say they want for see everybody together. And we all they look forward to that very much as a party, and we encourage every member of the APC. For now, let us put the interests of the party and the nation before we personal interest them. Let us try for unite the party. Let us try for ensure say peace stay within the party. And then we focus on uniting this nation and saving and redeeming our people. That for be we primary focus as members of the APC. Makeni, we get a very big hall at Makeni we will not need for spend money or pay for. So as a party and the timeline we get for do this convention as ordered by the court, now the only convenient side we can we mind we go save we a lot of expenditure, and we go make we able do the convention quickly. So not for any specific reasons. If people can remember, when we began for adopt this constitution in January 2020, now put lock or we been go. So not all the time we they go Makeni, but the circumstances we did before we now, that now the most easy access we will get. We not for don't make we spend a lot of money. So people need to understand that one day. And I also want for let we members they know, especially the one where they travel from far, let them drive responsibly. And when we get to Makeni, let we behave ourselves in a way we will go work very well with the police, and we will go ensure say peace and quiet stay at the party. I'm not going able for repeat everything stated in the court order right now, but we don't communicate this severally. We don't even call meetings and conferences with we membership we at different levels, district, regional levels, who don't explain details of the court order to them. And I sure say as we head into the conference also, we go continue for do that one day so that the people of this party will continue to get better understanding of the orders of the court.
So as we wrap up the program, because this is an emergency convention at the Olaspa court order, waiting next will get for happen after the conference?
Well, if they hope say the conference will start tomorrow with opening courtesies in the morning, and then in the afternoon we'll go begin look at the constitution proper. That go continue into Saturday, and Sunday we go get final adoption on all the things that we don't agree on. After that stage, they again for be gazetted and they go come to PPRC. People for understand this, even after Makeni, where the members of the party go to adopt, that not to the final stage. When the constitution come back to the PPRC, people might, have certain suggestion if it makes sense, and if they alter the constitution in a way we not going to be acceptable, I sure say then go be considered. So let people get all of these understanding and really know say no need not for day for tension. Everybody go get an opportunity for get an input. Then after that stage, the PPRC it go be gazetted again before it becomes a working document. Then we also get for level with people understand say we still dey court. So on the 6th of October, we for go back na court to Justice Fisher for really now go begin the look at Alfred Peter Conte in lawsuit we file against the chairman and leader, the secretary general, and the party. That matter they go now start proper one.
So with all them hanging issues there from the court and other things there within the party, wetin are the hope of the APC for una supporter them say una go lead them for get a national delegate conference, also una go select a flag bearer where they represent the party as we fastly they approach the 2023 elections?
We are very much hopeful, Khadija, and that makes some of we they work very hard every day, every night. Every morning when I wake up, I dey worry for this nation. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people in this country, they feel the same way why they feel. Because within me, I know say we country not dey in the hands of the right leadership right now. And the majority of the people of this country, they feel that same way. They interact with people, they move right around this nation. And so it is incumbent on we all as APC for really ensure say we come together and give hope back to we people by making sure that we organize ourselves in a way that we are prepared to take back this country in 2023.
Right. Thank you very much, CDI Tunis.
You're
We
welcome.
come to the program this morning, come talk about preparation ahead of an emergency delegates conference. We go begin tomorrow in Makeni and go end on Sunday. Well, now they end the program. Good morning, Salon, for today in edition. Many thanks to we producer them, Alex Lawrence Koma and Michael Sambola, DJ Lava give technical support. Moses Kavura make una watch we live now Facebook page. Mina Khadija Bangura, they wish all man a happy day.
And Mabel Kabade say goodbye.